I was yours for the taking. Guess I needed a home, but if I'm not mistaken, now I'm truly awakened. Say you wanna talk again, but it's time I do this my way. I don't wanna be your friend. Think we hit our expiration date. I want you to feel the weight, feel the hate that I felt when we came to an end. You don't get to call me up, tell me that you need forgiveness. You're the one who called it off, broke my heart in just a minute. No, you don't get to call it love when it wasn't even close. No, it wasn't even close. I was young, dumb, and broken when I met you that night. Should've known you were something that would mess with my mind. Oh, but I won't put the blame on me. You're the one to be honestly, yeah. 'Cause you can handle emotions. Say you wanna talk again, but it's time to do this my way. I don't wanna be your friend. Think we hit our expiration date. I want you to feel the weight, feel the hate that I felt when we came to an end. You don't get to call me up, tell me that you need forgiveness. You're the one who called it off, broke my heart in just a minute. No, you don't get to call it love when it wasn't even close. No, it wasn't even close. You didn't even say goodbye. No, you didn't even hug it out. No.
I'm a big YouTuber.
Hello, 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 hello. What's good? What's good? What's really good? Welcome back again. Like I said, back at it again. First in the box, we got my man Scoop to the oop to the shoop the whoop. Shout out to Scoop in the building. First in the box, we got, come on, I need Twidget to work when I shout my people out. Twidget, you fucking up, Twidget. What's going on? Anyway, we got second in the box. We got my man Tech for you, and we're just gonna go to the big screen real quick, man. We're gonna take it to the big screen. We got it right there. All right, there we go. What's going on? What's good? good? Ladies and gentlemen, man, we got a nice one. Just a conversation tonight. Just another conversation tonight. We're going to be talking about why I want your content to shine, why I want you to do your best, and I mean your very best, to make sure everything you got going looks nice and crispy and sounds good. But you know, we still in the intro. Let's go.
I'm a big YouTuber. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to be back at it again. And when I mean back at it again, I mean back at it again. If you're new to the channel and you're curious, allow me to introduce myself. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is TubeBuddy Technician, and I'm glad to be back at it again with another live stream. Salute to the people watching me in the chat room. Salute to the people watching me on the replay. Salute to the people watching me in the clouds. I know you're up there, and I thank you and I appreciate you for your time. Von D in the building. Von D, what's going on? Von D Gaming, what's popping? How you doing? So like I said, like the title, creating quality content for the future. You know, we got the lighting nice the way I like it. And I want to talk about creating quality content for the future because I understand you don't want to get caught up, right? You don't want to get caught up with gas. You don't want to get caught up with the gear acquisition syndrome. I mean, you don't want to get caught up with always looking to buy new things, because you always want to make sure that you're improving your content all the time. And I agree with that, right? But I also would like to say, and I also would like to point out tonight, and my argument, well, not even my argument, but the topic my argument that I want to present tonight is you should also be looking to improve your content, improve the quality of your content for the future to help you stay relevant. PJ Allen, what's going on? Salute to you.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
You want to make sure that you are improving your content, the visual quality of your content, the audio quality of your content, how you're presenting your content, how you are making your content. You always want to make sure that you're improving that for the future, because as things change on the internet, how people create content also changes with that, right? And you want to be able to make sure that your content is able to keep up with the changing times, right? So it depends on what type of content you make. You may be making content like it's 2010, but we in 2022 now. So you're behind on the times. We're going to break that down. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be showing a web page tonight. I might. So I'm going to clear that window out. I'm going to make the extra window, the extra YouTube window just for that. I might get into that tonight. I'm not 100% sure. But if we do, I will point out, I will use YouTube as an example to show you what I'm talking about, to give you a better idea of what I am talking about. So again, I thank you guys for checking in with me on the stream. I've been having some issues with streaming, doing my thing, but I finally am able to, get it going, and I hope everything stays the way it is tonight, and I hope I'm able to have a nice, smooth, concurrent stream for you guys, so you guys can enjoy and listen to the conversation. And I hope at the end of this you've learned something, and maybe you can apply this to your content as well. So as you always know, I have to find once I open place my opening argument, we gotta find the tracks, and I downloaded some new tracks from Epidemic Sound. So without further ado, let's get into the crux of the argument. Okay, there we go. Oof. Okay. All right. So we are good to go. We got the tunes that we're looking for. We're ready. We're good to go now. So let me make sure I have my right window up here. There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Move this over there. All right. So we're gonna rock out with this for a little bit, and I'm just gonna kind of just bring this down over here, maximizing this ultra wide to the best of my ability right now. Let's see, we're gonna do that. Okay, let's go bring that over here and bring that here, and we're good. Okay, so yes, that's a hard beat. Yes, it is. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, why should you look to improve your content? Well, first of all, the reason why I even chose the thumbnail image, right, is if you're familiar with the movie Paid in Full, this is how I feel about why I want people to really improve their content too. Because I want to see my people shine. Like, I want to see you shine. I want to see you, you know, look your best and, you know, look your very best when you're doing your content, right? That I want you to do that, right? And in that scene in Paid in Full, he sees old boy, he sees Rich roll up in the SBS gold, BBS's gold, whatever the rims, and he's like, "Damn, son, you shining. You look on point." And that's how I feel about people when they, you know, when people change and upgrade their content, upgrade the quality of their content, right? Because in that sense, you know, you got shout out to Nick, shout out to Super Sly. They've changed, upgraded their content, upgraded their cameras. You know, they're streaming in 4K now, and you don't have to stream in 4K, right? You don't have to. 4K is not a definite, right? It gives you better visual quality for the longevity because the replay quality is that much sharper, but you don't have to do that. But they've upgraded the quality of their content. Their streams look nice and sharp, and I like that, right? Because when you're improving the quality of your content, then you want to make better quality content. I've consulted with people, and when they see how good their setup looks with the OBS setup, nice and right, it says, "Wow." They say, "Wow, that looks good. I'm ready to go." When I show someone how to edit in OBS and they saw what it looked like when they finally edited a piece of content, they said, "Wow, that looks cool. That looks great." That's what I mean when I'm saying improve the quality of your content create quality content for the future. That doesn't mean buy a camera, right? That doesn't mean buy a $500 lighting set. That's not what that means. What that means is put effort and time into make better quality content, because you'll enjoy the process more, and the people that are watching you will enjoy the process even more. And if you look good, right? Right? And if you sound good, you're going to feel good about your content, and you're going to want to make better content because you feel more motivated to do better. Now, let's talk a little bit about the future aspect of things, right? Like, now, what does that mean really, right? When I'm talking about the future. So you can go and look back at YouTube from like 2005, 2006. Great quality. We got K's Business Podcast in the building. What's going on, K? How you doing? You can look at YouTube from like 2006, 2009, 2010, 2011, and you can see the type of quality content that was put out there. You can actually look at these creators and see how they casually improved every year to make better content, to keep up with the changes on social media. So social media changes every year, and it changes drastically every year. The type of content that gets put out on social media platforms changes every year. The type of creators, there's a new creator just like this. All right. There's a new creator just like this. 12, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 32, 62, 49, 71. Doesn't matter the age. Just a new content creator every second. The person is coming online, uploading content, streaming, whatever it is that they want to do. There's a new person every second of the hour. Upload every second of the day, uploading content to social media. And as these people upload content, there's a slope. That there's a slope, right? And you can look all on social media, you can see it, right? And slowly, you know, there's a shift in how content is produced. There's a slow shift. It's ever so slightly, but it is a shift as to how content is produced. Right now, we're at the slope where short vertical format videos is a thing. Right? It's not replacing uploaded content. It's not replacing streaming. It's just added to the rotation. So if you're a content creator now and you want to keep up with the slope and you want to make quality content for the future, I just started a YouTube channel for my two daughters. There you go. Right? And now if you want to keep up with the slope, now you want to add short form video content to your repertoire of content that you put on social media. Short form on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Short form, under a minute vertical content. This is where we are now with the slope of ever gradually changing content on social media, right? And I'm not just talking about YouTube. YouTube isn't the only social media platform. So it would behoove you to keep up, right? To keep up with the changing landscape of content that is on the platform, that is on whatever platform that you're on. So keeping up and making quality content it doesn't mean you got to get, right, a new phone. That's not what that means, right? It doesn't mean you got to get the GoPro, right? That doesn't mean you have to buy a GoPro and that's going to improve everything, right? Doesn't mean that. It means paying attention and keeping up with the trends, right? You got to keep up with the trends. Keep up with what's changing on social media. Even if you're in, right, even whatever sector of YouTube you are in, whatever niche that you serve, there's always a change and a shift of the type of content that is popular. TikTok and Snapchat, yes, that is popular, right? Even to your niche, right? There's a general consensus of content, right? It's not you have to get this camera to look like this. Yeah, I agree. Improving is a must to move forward for a better tomorrow. Absolutely. Right? So this concept gets confused with people because they see I'm streaming in 4K, right? I'm streaming in 4K. I got the A6400 and the Sigma 16mm lens. They think, okay, that's what he's talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. This is where I'm at with my content, right? With how I can convey my message to you, right? This is where I'm at, right? You're not here with me. This is where I'm at doesn't mean you have to be here with me. That's not what that means. Okay? My goals are to also provide a excellent visual and audio experience when you're viewing me, right? That's my goal. That's what I want to do. So yes, I want to stream my content in 4K 60, 4K 30, so that the replay value is superb when you're watching me on a TV. Because a lot of people watch YouTube on TV because a lot of people aren't really watching cable television like that anymore. So yeah, I want you to see me in 4K on the TV because you got a 4K TV. A lot of people have 4K TV. That's my goals. But my goals can't be your goals, right? But for other people, that could be simple as improving your lighting, like Lewis. And again, I always shout out Lewis. Right? That's my jam, right? And again, so let me just hit Lewis. I'm gonna hit Scoop, right? So Lewis always had like the kind of funky lighting, but he improved his lighting. Now he has quality lighting for when he does his content. Right? So shout out to Lewis for that. So that's improving your quality, you're creating quality content for the future. So now when you're doing your content and you look back, your content looks great. Nice lighting, looks perfect. Everyone say, oh, I like these videos now, right? Same thing with Scoop, right? Scoop creates a story, right? So Scoop's first videos don't really look the way they did when he first started doing his videos. But gradually he got better at creating and, making a story for people to enjoy the content. And that is another aspect of creating quality content for the future, because it's not always about the gear. Like, don't get caught up with the light, don't get caught up with the mic, the mixer, the soundboard, the monitor. Like, don't get caught up with that. It's not always about the gear. It's about the subject matter in your content, right? So Scoop is a great example. Scoop provides a story in his content, and that's his thing, right? Yeah, Scoop got the cameras and stuff, but the focus is the story. Let's see what we got. Okay, there we go. Like this one right here. Anyway, so there's the substance, like the content itself. Like, and we got LA Sound. What's going on? You're welcome, Tech Phoenix. Welcome to the channel. Like, are you changing the substance of your content, the bulk of your content? Are you actually changing and improving what the content actually is? Right? Like, are you still making the same type of content that you made 5 years ago? Have you not improved what you're talking about, how you're presenting a product, how you're editing a video, how you're making a video? Have you not improved anything in your time, right? You're not making content for the future. You're just making content to be static because you're not changing anything. Every second, there's a new person that's uploading, that's streaming, that's TikToking, Snapchatting, Twitch streaming. There's a new person every second, right? And La Sound, like Spanish. Okay, La Sound. All right, so like Spanish. All right. La Sound, I'm a mixer for video and audio editor. I'm figuring out how to be an asset to the industries that are growing in Atlanta. Hey, man, that's what's up, man. The one thing you gotta tap in, show my love. Shout out to Real Brother 32. What's going on, Real Brother 32, right? Shout out to another guy, right? The way Real Brother streams now is not how he streamed when he first came on YouTube. There was a constant shift to improve the content that he's providing to his viewers to keep up with the pace. They are planning turning ATL into a metropolis. We need to be a part of the major change, and to be a part of that major change, right? To be a part of that major change, you need people who are for progression, right? Who are using their skills and evolving their skills to keep up with change. Change happens in all industries, right? And if you're not keeping up with change, you're going to be left behind. Whether that change is real estate, content creation, social media, fashion, music, business to business goods, products and stuff, retail, like change is everywhere. And if you're not keeping up with change, you're going to get left behind. So when I say creating quality content for the future, I'm not saying, right, you have to copy people. I'm saying whatever your process is, improve it and make it better, right? Everyone's journey is different. That is why you should never compare to others. You are you for a reason. Hard work will always win, no shortcuts. Absolutely. You can't copy and replicate someone else's journey. Like, you have to improve your own. You have to improve your own content, right? You have to improve and keep up with the changing times. If you started out streaming in a closet, 2-3 years from now, you should still be streaming in a closet, right? You should be streaming in a living room or on a couch, somewhere where it looks nice, right? If you had a Yeti and you like the Yeti, but you want to improve and you want to change your Yeti, go ahead and do that. But it has to sound good, right? That doesn't mean just go out and buy a Shure SM7B and the mic sounds like shit. You got to learn how to make the mic sound good. You got to learn how to make the camera look good. If you get an A6400 but you stream and you record in a dark room with no lighting, the camera gonna look like garbage. It doesn't matter how much money you paid on the camera. Your contemporaries are using different lights. There's softbox here and bounce lights there, and they're incorporating more lights into the subject, into the content, so that it looks better and that it's recording better. So you can get the expensive camera, but if you don't know how to use it, if you don't know how to set your lights up, it's gonna fail. It's gonna look horrible. It's not about gear. That's why I always repeat this, because when I say this, when I have this conversation, some people can think it's about gear. It's never just about gear. Yes, eventually you should want to upgrade your camera. Eventually you should want to upgrade your microphone. Eventually you should want to improve your lighting. Eventually you should want to improve your background, right? Eventually. But in the meantime, you have to always strive to make better content, to keep up with the changing times. I'm looking to get involved in the sound design of devices and software for telemedicine, agribusiness, or micro vehicles. Gotta think big so I can help trillions of people. Absolutely. Absolutely. You gotta think big. You gotta be forward thinking, right? So checking, and we got my man, perfect example, right? So we got Super Slide checking in, right? Super Slide is another example, right? So when Super Slide first started streaming, he was streaming in a dark ass room in his bedroom with the green wall and stuff like that, with the Yeti, with the Baphomet red and black Yeti. I don't know how he got that red and black Yeti too. Every time I say I ain't never seen that shit before. But anyway, always gotta fuck with Sly. But you know, and then he moved to the couch, right? So he's streaming on the couch, and then he's streaming with the black background. Now he has his thing where he's streaming in the living room, and it looks nice. Like, it doesn't have to be super special. Like, you don't need a fucking wall of microphones and headphones for every single setup. As long as your setup looks nice and it looks better from when it used to, from when you started. That is progression. That is keeping up with the changing times. Now, you know, Super got the mic, got the SM7B, he got the mixer, he's streaming in 4K on Ecamm. He's improving his content gradually, right? It's not a money thing. It's not a gear thing. It's just a keeping up with the changing times, right? Because again, there's a new content creator every second. There's a new person every second. And this person may not come into the game in 720p. They may come straight into 1080p. This person may not come in streaming in their closet, recording in their closet. They may come right in with a studio setup with a table with lights, with a nice background, with the proper lighting right out the gate, right? This person might not come in with a Yeti. They may come in with an SM7B or RE320, a Rode Pod mic, the Podcaster, the Rodecaster Pro. They might come in right out the box with that, okay? This person may come out the box with the with the OBS looking sharp, with the recording looking sharp, with the repurposing their content on point, short form, 8 minutes, 10-minute videos, graphics on point, visuals on point, music on point. They may come out the box just like that. And it's not a money thing, right? It's just some people may come out swinging just like that. So if you want to keep up with some of those people that are coming out swinging just like that, then you need to always make sure that you're improving and gradually progressing and evolving as a creator, because every second there's an opportunity for someone to pass you by in what you're doing, right? Now, you don't want to compete with people, right? You don't want to look at a person's growth and say, oh, I want to be there, or they're taking something. You don't want to do that, but you have to also be honest with yourself, right? You want to be honest with yourself. Even if you don't share this on public platforms, you want to be honest with yourself. And you want to make sure that you at least can keep up with the changing times of people who are making content on these platforms, right? Streaming is a thing. Streaming is a very popular thing right now. It's not going away, and it's not changing. So if you're a content creator on YouTube, pretty much on YouTube, and you haven't figured out a way to incorporate streaming into your content, then you're behind, right? You're behind. And again, it's not always about the analytics, right? Because a lot of people tell you don't stream because the analytics. If you upload content all the time and you want to incorporate streams, you use the streams to get that one-on-one interaction with your base, to tap in with your people, right? That's what you're using the stream for. But if you're not incorporating stream on your content or your brand in general, you're behind. Okay? You're behind. If you're at some point in some way or form on any type of platform, if you're not incorporating short form vertical video content, you're behind. You're behind. Okay? Right? At this point, you're behind. Okay? So you have to make sure that you're able to keep up. And again, and again, and again, it's not just about the camera. Okay? But, you know, we've talked about the content, so now let's talk about the gear. Now we're going to get into the gear. Okay? So this is the gear part of the stream. We talking about the gear now. Okay? So if you come in and you're watching at this point, we done talked about the content before. We're going to talk about the gear right now, and we're going to come back into the content. The next step is to learn how to stream clear audio through the phone. It's a useful tool. Highly recommend. Yeah, we figured that out. That's not that hard. You just plug the cable into the mixer. That's not that hard. I figured that out. I don't take calls on my channel, so that's why that's not something I'm concerned with. But yeah, we kind of figured that part out too. But again, that's an aspect to, and when you're taking calls, when you have that kind of call-in show type of atmosphere for your channel, that's another thing that you have to understand and figure that out and be able to do it properly. But now let's talk about the gear. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the gear. Look, I gotta take a swig for this one. The one thing people tell me about my channel is they appreciate the quality. They appreciate the way my channel looks. They appreciate the way the content looks, the way the content sounds, okay? They like this type of quality. And that's what I like to hear, right? That's what I do it for. There are people out there that I really appreciate quality. They like looking at content in 4K. They like when the lighting is dope. It's like this. They like when it sounds good. There are people that like quality. So for people that like quality, and they've been watching your content for a long period of time, they'll eventually want to see you improve the actual visual quality of your content, right? Now, improving the visual quality of your content doesn't always mean buying gear, but buying gear can open up the door for you to make your content. Oh, we got my boy PG. Hold on, we got my boy PG in the building. Oh, where my shit at? Hold on, we got my boy PG in the building. Where is my shit at? I cannot find it.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
PG, what's going on, man? How you been, man? Hope everything is good with you and the family. Upgrading your equipment can open that door for you, right? Like for me, I went from the Brio 4K webcam, I went to the GoPro 7, and then I went to the 6400. The 6400 opened the door for the quality of my channel, right? It blew that door wide the fuck open. Okay? And it did that, and it doubled up when I got the Sigma 60mm lens. So with the Sigma and the A64 combo, it allows me to stream like this to you. Okay? It allows me to stream in crisp 1080p. It allows me to stream in clean 4K. And now I'm able to provide this upgraded visual quality to you, my viewers. I'm good. How about you, man? I'm hanging in there, man, chilling, doing my thing, man. 64. Let me tell you something. 6400 is the streaming GOAT, right? Now we talking about gear. Let me just make sure I establish this very clear. You do not need an A7S III or A7 IV to stream anywhere on the internet. You do not need that. I can promise you, and I promise you, I will give you my stamp of approval. The A6400 is as good as it will get when it comes to streaming with a DSLR mirrorless camera on the internet. That is as good as it will get. It will not get any better. Doesn't matter what lens you put on the camera, it will not get any better. Especially if you're streaming on StreamYard. Or Zoom. It just will not get any better. I promise you. If you are looking to get a camera to stream and you got the money, an A61 or A6400, and you are good to go. It is the streaming GOAT as far as I'm concerned. Okay? You do not need to spend $4,000 on a streaming camera. You will not get that much of a difference, okay? But the A6400 with the Sigma 60mm lens opened the fucking door for me to make better visual quality content for you, the viewers. And everyone that comes in, everyone that comments me, and everyone that emails me, they say the same thing. They appreciate the quality. Some people, and you never know, some people are used to just watching shit in 360p. And they come to you and it look like you in a fucking movie. You look like you streaming in IMAX to them. And they appreciate that. Don't ever take for granted what you watch and who you talk to, because someone can be watching you and you may be the first person they ever seen with the lights looking on point, with the mic sounding on point, with the camera looking on point, with the interaction on point. You may be the first person that person seen that had the setup like that. So don't ever take for granted quality and putting quality into your content to provide a better experience for people, because you never know what type of content people are used to watching. Yeah, the A6400, the 16, or I think that's the 17 to 70. I think that's what he meant to say. The 17 to 70, and you're good to go for a very, like, you don't. You're good. I promise you, right? I promise you. You don't need. Let me see if my face tracker working. I know I gotta set the move thing up right here, man. We got it. I promise you. You're good. Okay. I promise you. So you get that set up right, and you don't take for granted the experience you can provide a person when you actually provide quality content. Now, that aspect of providing quality content, your whatever you want to say, your the people that you're competing with, your friends, your contemporaries, the people in your niche, whatever word makes you feel good, makes you more comfortable, whichever one you want to use, you can figure that one out yourself. Everyone around you is constantly changing and upgrading their content, right? Even if you don't know them, they're upgrading things, they're changing things, they're improving the video, the audio, the setup. Everybody's changing things. If you're not changing with them, you're going to get left behind. Whether you like it or not, you're going to get left behind. Okay? If your mic sounds fucked up, right, you got to change your mic. Okay? You don't got to spend $500 on SM7B, 300 something on an Ashton Stealth. That's not what that means. But you got to find a way to improve your audio, right? You have to improve your audio. Okay? You got to improve your audio eventually. Okay, eventually you got to provide a better listening experience to the people that are watching you, because a lot of people who have YouTube Premium, they're watching you like this. This is how they're watching you. Okay, they play you on the phone, they put the phone in the pocket. Okay, so they're not even looking at you. If what they hear sounds horrible, they're not going to listen to you, and they're definitely not going to watch you. So yes, you have to provide a better listening experience. And again, you can provide that experience with a better mic. I went from some cheapo mic to the Audio Technica. Now I'm on the Ashton Stealth. Does that mean that I have to get an SM7B? No. That doesn't mean I have to get an SM7B. Right? The mic that I got now is pretty much an in-game mic. Okay? Yes, if you can achieve great audio on Instagram, you'll be golden. Buy an adapter for your phone and connect it to Zoom Recorder via USB and then set up wireless lav. But you can stream on Instagram through software on your computer. You can stream through the computer. There's a software called Yellow Jacket, Yellow Banana, something, and you can stream on your computer. So you can stream through OBS on Instagram. But the setup that he has, the setup that he showed, that he just pointed out, that's a very legit setup as well. When you get that lav mic, a lav mic is 10 times better than any mic that's going to be on any phone. Someone has to monitor audio, though, a portable setup anywhere in the world. Yeah. If you're doing it by yourself, you can monitor your own audio. But if you're doing it like where you have guests and stuff, you need someone to monitor the audio. That's where the multiple inputs and outputs on a Zoom recorder comes in. Because I've tried to tell people, don't buy a Zoom recorder if you're not going to be interviewing people, right? If you're not going to be using more than 2 of the inputs and outputs on that device, do not buy that. You're wasting your money. We got Kevin Kelly, Soursop King in the building. What's going on, Kevin Kelly? Wagwan. We got more of the bots. Anyway, if you're not using all of those ports on that Zoom recorder, then you're wasting your time. You're wasting your money because you could have just got something different. So the setup that LaSound put into the chat, that's an excellent setup for portable Instagram streaming, for portable mobile live streaming. That's an excellent setup right there. Most definitely, that's an excellent setup right there. And you can get, oh, this light look like a spout. When the light, and check this out, right? See this little light right here, $20, right? It takes my lighting from this, and what I want to do is I kind of want to change the color a little bit. So we're gonna your sound effects sound like an N64 game called Goemon.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Goemon. I have to look that one up. That sounds like a Japanese import game. I have to look that one up. Goemon. Well, let me look that up. Let me look that up right now. Let me see. Goemon. That sounds Geomon. Hold on. Oh shit! This is like a rip-off Pokemon, Digimon. Oh shit! Gonna put my light back on. Woof! Talk about blue. Yeah, damn. If everyone wants recommendations, I'm down to help. I create audio documents. LaSound, do you have a YouTube channel? LaSound, do you have a YouTube channel? Oh, LaSound has a YouTube channel. Hold up. LaSound has a YouTube channel. Let's see what we got. Are you making ambience? Okay. Make ambient. Oh, okay. So you make ambient sounds. All right. Okay, nice. Ambient sounds. I guess this is a demo reel.
Hey, this is Ben Ingram, and you're about
Through like a champ. She had a whole lot of freak fight. She had a lot of fight in
Have
her.
you two
Sound
forgotten
mixer
about the
demo
meeting
reel.
this morning with Mr. Gaines?
Oh shoot.
Yes, I love it, man. The Reds are
Make up!
How you feel, boy? I was really.
Yeah, well, they got me out here in the middle of bumfuck Egypt in a goddamn rabbit hole of all places. I mean, shit.
Okay, so your thing is ambient sounds. Okay. Okay, I got it. So you make ambient sounds. Not bad. Shout out to LaSound. Ambient music is good. Ambient sounds is, you know, that's an industry by itself, right? Got Mafia Gaming. What's going on? What's goody? Shout out to Mafia. It's someone I started with. It's not it with to heal the minds of children. The boys need our help psychologically. I'm pivoting towards something that can help trillions of people so I can be compensated. Okay. That's a good why. You know, because ambient sounds, that's another niche, right? Because okay, let's talk about that for a second. That's a perfect example. So with the ambient sounds kind of, you know, niches on YouTube, first it was with people who just had like images up, just playing the sound, playing the music. People tell me do ASMR has a connection to healthcare, so I'm still carving it out. Yeah, ASMR has to do with people with the audio. I don't know the terminology properly, but it's with the audio sensory issues, and certain sounds at certain frequencies help calm down the sensitivity. So that's another aspect to it. But coming back to the ambient sound thing, when people first started doing ambient sounds, it was pretty much just a picture and then the sound, right? It was just a picture and the sound. And then the slope, like I said, the content creator slope started to edge up. And now people have still images but moving aspects to the images, right? So the image is moving to a sense, and there's lighting, and there's like it's 3D and still in 3D, but there's a moving 3D aspect to the sounds, and that's what a lot of the ambient sounds channels are going now. That's where they are now. They're making content like that. So they improved and changed the content because that's what was changing with their space, with their niche. So it's just an example of creating quality content for the future. Because if you don't change the sound for the future, if you don't change the quality of your content for the future, you're going to get left behind, because everyone's going to leave you eventually. Autonomous sensory meridian response. It sedates people. Yeah. ASMR sedates the hell out of people. For me, I can't, it doesn't really do a lot for me. I can't deal with the... There's a lot of that with the ASMR too, right? There's a lot of that. But yeah, the ASMR doesn't really do a whole lot for me, so I don't really get into it. So coming back to the gear, right? Coming back to talking about the gear. There's different ways you can, change the video quality of your content. It's up to you which way you want to go. Again, if you've been to an extent, like this can be in game for a lot of people right here, right? Their phone. Your phone can be in game for you. For a lot of people, the phone could be in game. For me, it's not. But for a lot of people, they just go back to doing their phone, and they're good, right? A lot of people's phones can do the content in 4K 30, 4K 60, 4K 120 even. That's in game for a lot of people. Doing content with their cell phone is in game, right? That doesn't mean because you're doing content on your phone that you have to get a new camera. If what you're doing looks good, you just got to improve the way you're doing it. Perfect example, BlackBerry didn't keep up with the time. Yeah, and listen. We can talk about companies too, right? This slope of evolution doesn't just apply to content. BlackBerry, I can even say a better example is the classic one, Blockbuster and Netflix. When Netflix was changing the market, Blockbuster wanted to stay the same because they thought they were always going to be the big dogs on the block. They had opportunity to buy Netflix. They didn't buy. Guess what happened? They got left behind. And now Blockbuster is no longer here. BlackBerry didn't evolve with the times. Didn't adopt the new operating systems with the times, and now they're pretty much non-existent. They didn't evolve. I miss BlackBerry. It's the ultimate forward future phone. Blockbuster was very arrogant. Blockbuster thought that they were gonna be Nino Brown till the time ended, and they weren't. They had their chance. They did. And near the end, they were trying to adopt things that Netflix was doing. But literally by that time, even Netflix wasn't the Netflix that we have now. That's how fast they got blown out the water when Netflix stepped their game up. That's how fast they got blown out the water. Netflix wasn't even Netflix the way it is now. This is Netflix when they were mailing out fucking CDs to you and shit. And video games, when they was mailing out video games. And they got blown out by that. We're not even talking about Netflix that's making movies right now. We're not even talking about that Netflix. We're talking about the Netflix that was mailing out PS3 games and shit. We're talking about that Netflix. That Netflix smoked Blockbuster out the water. And near the end, Netflix says, come on, everybody.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
You fucked up, Blockbuster. Netflix, by the time they tried to keep up with Netflix mailing out CDs and video games and movies, it was too late. I used the service, but I was using that service. I liked it, but it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Netflix was bringing it, and you got taken out. So apply the Blockbuster Netflix dilemma to creating content on social media. You can keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you don't have to listen to me. There's thousands of, and adding bad deal with Enron, then is that, the Enron that bodied out a lot of companies. You can, do what you want, right? There's thousands of people who say the same, who will tell you the same thing I'm telling you in a different manner. It's all about the delivery. I'm just delivering the information in a different way. You can do what you want, right? You keep making the same type of content. Do as thou wilt, right? Keep doing it. But I promise you, right, that as things change, you risk the potential of being gradually left behind. And it's the same in business. It's the same with media companies all over the world, all throughout time and history. If you don't evolve in one way or another, you will get left behind. It's just the way it is. If you can't keep up with the changing times, you will get left behind. People watch your content more on the TV than they do on their phones because they're not watching a lot of cable on their TV anymore. They're watching YouTube. They're streaming Netflix, they're streaming whatever, and they're watching content and videos on YouTube. With watching videos on YouTube, they're watching it in 4K, 120 hertz. All right? You would want to make sure that your content looks as good as possible when these people are watching you on these TVs. Because just like on a phone, just like on their TV, if they don't like what they're seeing, they're going to click off. If they don't like the way it sounds, they're going to click off and watch something else. It's up to you. It's not a definite, it's not a you have to, but it's more of eventually you should want to. Enron deal was nuts. Was so arrogant about selling, trading broadband like they did energy. Blockbuster was all on the Enron broadband. We all know now, not that simple. Listen, we still trying to figure out broadband, internet, and fucking fiber, and we still trying to figure out all that shit, right? We still trying to figure all that stuff out. Still trying to figure it out. Still trying to figure all that stuff out. But going back to the reference and paid in full, right? I like to see the people that are watching me, that are subscribed to me, that make content. I like to see that you got your shit looking nice. I personally like that. I want you to make your content look nice. I want you to make your content shine. Because I know when you make your content shine, whether it's the subject matter of your content by providing a better story, by providing better value in your content, or it's by making your content look and sound better. I want to see you do that. I want to see you do that because I know when you do it, you feel better about your content and you're more motivated to do your content. You're motivated to be better because you look better and sound better. And when you look better and sound better, you want to do better. So yeah, when I see somebody fix their lighting, when I see somebody, testing out 1080p 60 or 4K 30 on their stream, smile, I'm like, okay, I see you. I like it. Keep it going. I like that. When I see you change your logo, you change your banner, you change your intro, you got an intro, you got an outro, you got some music in there now. You've improved the music. You got some nice stuff going on. I like that. I like that. I like that, and I'm happy for you, and I want to see more. And I want you to look better, and I want you to sound better. That's just my personal input on all of it. Okay, that's just my personal input. My own thing to it, right? That's my thing. Because I know that when you do that, and you put that effort into making your content look and sound better, I know you're going to be motivated to make better content, because I am. Even sometimes when I don't feel like, doing my thing, I get on and I hit these buttons and we good to go. I got my music in one ear. I got my tunes. I got my tunes in one ear. I got hit the camera on. We're getting a little laggy now. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully we don't have no issues. Get the camera going, and we good to go. We just do our thing, and I'm happy with that. And I'm happy when I get it going, and at the very least, I enjoy watching my content on a replay. I enjoy watching it on the TV, watching it on my phone, listening to it. And if you can't even do that, at the very minimum, if you can't even enjoy watching your content or listening to your content, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. Because if you can't enjoy looking at your content, watching your content on a replay, then what makes you think people are going to enjoy watching or listening to your content on a replay? There's people who will stream for 6 hours and not even listen back to the replay here and there throughout the 6-hour stream. They won't even listen. They don't even listen to their. They don't listen or watch their content. Listen, it's up to you. Right? You can do your thing the way you've been doing it. There's going to be people who do your thing better, and the people who are watching you will probably go to those people and watch them because they do what you do, but they do it better. And it can happen to you at 500, 500,000, a million, 2 million. It doesn't matter. That's just how it is. If you're not keeping up with the content, if you're not keeping up with your content, how you're producing content, how you're making content, the substance of your content, the gear that you're using to make better content, if you're not improving in any aspect, there's going to be people who just leave, and they're going to find those people who do what you do, and they're going to find people who do it better. And has nothing to do with you providing value and your thumbnails and how many edits you put into the content and how fast you make your cuts and your tags and thumbnails. It's like you are hot today, but you're not hot tomorrow. That's just I mean that's just how it is, player. So like I said before, make quality content for the future. Make quality content for the future. That can be improving your camera, improving your mic, improving your lighting, improving your setup, and improving the actual substance of your content. But always look to improve and make better content. Because as the slope goes up, as the social media landscape continues to change, there are going to be people who are coming out the gate harder than you, doing things way better than you. And those people that are watching you are going to see, well, we're going to go watch this guy or this girl or this person. We like the way things look and hear and sound over there. We like the content. We're going to go over there. That's just the way it is. That's just the name of the game. Don't got nothing to do with your thumbnail. Don't got nothing to do with your title. But as as you know, we call this the coldest outro in the game, and it most definitely is. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we had a nice one. We had a great stream. I hope you learned something. I hope you got some value. It was very phenomenal. Hope you got some value tonight. I know I did. I enjoyed talking to you about this topic. I finally was able to get this damn stream off. It took me so long to get this stream off. Like, I had so many issues, but I just wanted to get this message out to the people who are watching me. Shout out to everybody that's been watching. Create quality content for the future, or you're going to get left behind. But ladies and gentlemen, as you know, loosen up in the shoulders. Good night.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Oh no!
I'm a big YouTuber.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious. Idiots thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm